Hi friends, welcome back. Can you hear me? Hello. Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes,
Hello.
yes.
Yeah. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Yeah. Let's start our session, friends. So welcome back, friends. Welcome back. Very good morning. So last class we have discussed about how to create a project, how to create a package, and what is a class, what is interface, and what is abstract class. We have discussed in the last session. Today we are going to be talking about access, non-access modifiers in Java. As of yesterday, we have discussed the default access modifier for classes, interface, for abstract class is a public. Likewise, we have so many access modifiers. We have so many non-access modifiers are there in Java. Let's talk about access, non-access modifiers. Access modifiers means to where my class or variable or method to be accessed. It says the accessibility scope to where I can get access. That says that access modifiers. Non-access modifiers means where to restrict the access. That says the non-access modifiers. Likewise, Java having access, non-access. Okay, access modifiers and non-access modifiers. So in access modifiers, totally we have four types of access modifiers are there in Java. One is a public, next is a protected, next is the default, and next is the private. So these are the four access modifiers are there in Java: public, protected, default, and private. And come to the non-access modifiers in Java, we have 8 types of non-access modifiers are there in Java. One is final, abstract. Hello? Yes.
Sir, I just have one request. Can you create one group for this batch?
So you can contact administration, okay?
Yeah, means
I'm not
sometimes
right
actually
person. I'm not right person to do all those things. You can ask the management, okay?
Okay.
I thought like you're asking one doubt, so don't ask me this like this kind of questions in the middle of the class, please. Request. So if this kind of things, management is a responsible person for this, okay? Fine. Final, abstract, strict FP, static, native, synchronized, transient, volatile. Okay, these are the 8 non-access modifiers are there in Java, and these are the 4 access modifiers are there in Java. Friends, these 4 access, 8 non-access modifiers are applicable to classes, variables, and methods. For every class, for every variable, for every method, these access, non-access modifiers are applicable. So if I want to define a class, how would I define? Class keyword, class name. This is what the syntax for the class. And here we declare some variables. Int x equal to some 100. And we define some methods as well. Void m1 something like this. In this we have some statements like this. This is what if I ask to define a class, variable, and method, you define like this. For every class, for every variable, for every method, access, non-access modifiers are applicable. So starting to the class we give as an access modifier. Next we give as a non-access modifier to the class. Even to variables also, it has an access, non-access modifiers. Even to method also starting we have an access, non-access modifiers. So for every class, variable and method we'll have an access, non-access modifiers. But not all the 4, but not all the 8. Very few axis, non-axis are applicable to the classes, applicable to the variables, applicable to the methods. What are that few axis, non-axis applicable to class, variables and methods? Let me show you a glance. Class level supported axis modifiers. Class level supported non-axis modifiers. Method level supported axis modifiers. Method level supported non-axis modifiers. Variable supported axis. Variable supported non-axis modifiers. So let's see that what are the supported axis, non-axis to the class, methods and variables among these 4 and 8. Okay, come to the class level axis modifiers. How many are supported? Out of these 4 are only 2 axis modifiers are supported for outer classes. So public, default. Only these 2 axis modifiers are supported for the outer classes. Okay. And come to the method level axis modifiers. How many are supported? Means every 4 axis modifiers are supported for method as an axis modifiers. And come to the variable supported axis modifiers. Here also every 4 axis modifiers will be supported for variables as axis modifiers. And come to the non-axis modifier section for classes. How many non-axis are supported among these 8 means? Yes, final, abstract, strict FP. Only these 3 non-axis modifiers are supported for a class as a non-axis. And for coming to the method level supported non-axis, out of 8, except transient and volatile, except transient and volatile, remaining 6 non-axis modifiers are supported for method as a non-axis modifiers. Except transient, volatile, remaining 6 are supported for method as a non-axis modifiers. And come to the variable supported non-axis. Out of 8, only 4 are supported, which are nothing but final, static, transient and volatile. Final, static, transient and volatile. These are the supported axis, non-axis modifiers for classes, methods and variables. Friends, I am pinging you this in chat box for your reference. So if anybody wants, you can copy it in your notepads. Please copy it for your reference. All this information I pinged in chat box. Now we'll see the scope. Just we have seen that what axis, non-axis are applicable to class, methods and variables. We have seen that. Now we'll see the accessibility scope for classes, methods and variables. Let's see them. So first we'll talk about class level supported access modifier scope we are seeing now. Let me that what it supports, public and default only. Remaining access will not support. See here, if I create one class, A, so in this A class I was defining one method. So first of all, let me define some classes to show that accessibility scopes. Okay, so here I am defining one method. Click void M1. Let me define one statement. M1 from A. Okay, so how do I call this A class M1? So just by creating the object for this A class. With that A class reference a variable, I suppose to access the A class defined M1. Okay, now let me create one more class. which is a B class in the same package. New class I was giving as a B. In this B class, I was defining one method as M2. I am M2 from B. How do I call this M2 method of B class? Just by creating object for the B class. With this reference of variable, so I can access the B class defined M2 method. Let me create one more class which is in different package. AB classes I created in the car loans. Now C class I was creating in home loans. Right click on it. New class. Let's give C. In this C class, I was defining one more method as named M3. I am M3 from C. How do I call this M3 method? Just by creating object for the C class. New C. So with this class reference of variable, I'm able to access M3. Now we are talking about accessibility scope for classes. Public and default only supported. If the class prefix, if I give public access modifier, means the class is public class. If I'm not giving any access modifier, that represents as a default class. Understanding the difference? Prefix to the class keyword, if I give public, means that a class is a public access modifier. If I don't give any access modifier, that represents as a default class. Will it support protected? No, getting some error. Protected classes are not supported. And private, is it supporting private classes? No, but classes private access also not supported. Only supported access is public and default. Public class or default class. Okay, fine. Fine. Now this class A is a default class. Friends, in Java, there is a inheritance concept is there. In Java, there is an inheritance concept is there. What is the inheritance? Yes, reusing the one class properties behaviors into another class. That concept, reusing concept is nothing but is called Java inheritance. Even in our human life cycle also, parental properties will be get reused by the children. A similar way, one class, A class defined behavior, if I want to use in a B class or C class, then I must form a inheritance. So friends, as of now in B class, I can only access the B class M2 method only, not A class M1. Yes or no? Yes. Even going to the C class also, if I want a M1 method which is defined in A class, I cannot access. Only C class defined M3 method only I can access. But now I want to access in B class and in C class, I want to access the method M1 which is defined in A class. So in this way, what we have to do, we have to make inheritance the A class to the B and to the C as well. How can I form an inheritance extensor? Which class we want? A. Is allowing or not? Yes, it is extending. So with this B class reference variable, I can access current class M2 method and extended A class M1 method also I can access. Now come to the C class. In this C class also, I want to access A class M1. So what I need to do here? Come on. What I need to do here, friends? What I need to do here? Extends. We do the extends. What to extend A? Friends, here when I was extending A, I am getting an error. If any error comes, make habit to mouse over and watch the error message. What is saying that? A cannot resolve to the time. Is asking, I cannot understand where is A because, but in case of B class, when extending A, no error has came. When I was extending A class to the C class, getting an error. Why means A, B are belonging to the same package. It's able to, but outside the C is an outside package. It is not aligned to inherit because the scope of the A is a default access modifiers. The class A is a default class. Default class, the scope can be inherit only within a package classes only. Understanding or not? Because class A is a default scope. So default access modifier scope can be inherit only in within a package. In any classes I can inherit, but not outside the package. If you want to inherit outside the package classes also means what I need to do for A class, I must give the access modifier as public, where public can access anywhere. Where to take example, public police sector. So public police is meant for the public. Any kind of public can use that public service. Yes or no? No. So public class A not only inheriting in the same package class, in outside package class C also I can inherit. Still I am getting error. Why? Yes, we have to import the package. A, we are extending to the C class. Where is A is coming from? From different package. We have to import it. See friends, even if you're traveling to the flight in domestic countries, not issue any reference. No worries to show the reference. But when you're traveling from one country to other country, some immigration process, they'll be asking all the questions, right? From which country you are coming, which client you're working, where you are staying, how many days you live, like this, how they ask the references. A similar way, one package public class inheriting to the other package means we must just import the class what you extending is from which package. From this package, all right, that we have to give the instance. Now we can access. See on. So here the conclusion is default classes scope can inherit only within a package classes and public classes can access within a package classes and outside package classes as well. Is everyone clear this first point? What friends? Is everyone clear?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about method level access modifiers. Let's talk about method level access modifiers. Every 4 access modifiers will support it for methods: public, protected method, default method, and private method. First, let's start from the default method. So in class A, I'm having a method M1. I'm removing the access modifier public, then this M1 becomes as a default method. Nothing. If we talk about default class, default method, default variable means just no access modifier given. The class method variable says like default class, default method, default variable. Okay now? Now friends, now default methods, where I can access within a class, happily I can access, no issue at all. Within a package, another class which is a B. Yes, here also we can access default methods M1. Now come to the different package class, friends. Default method scope can access only within a package classes only. Outside package class, we cannot access default methods. Is everyone clear? If you want to access outside package also means, then what I will do for this parent class M1 method, I will give access modifier as a public. Now see, happily outside package class in C also I can access public methods. Got the difference? Okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now tell me friends, who is the parent class for the B class? B is a child. Who is the parent class for this B? A class, class A. And in the class C, who is the parent class for C? Yeah, right? Yes. Now we can also create a parent class object in this, and we can access M1. See here, we're able to access M1, right? A class M1. And even here also for C class, who is parent? A. With this A class object also, parent class object creation, we can access only parent behaviors. But with the child class object creation, we can access both child class behavior and extended parent class A class M1, everything can access. That's the difference for parent class object and child class object. Okay, na? Yes, child class object, we can access child and extended parent, everything we can access. But when creating parent class object, we can access only the parent class defined behaviors only. Okay, fine. Now every
So
yes,
one query.
yes.
Class B extends class C. Sorry, class B extends C. When I go to class A and extend B, whatever the extension is B is there, it's carried forward to A.
Can you please come again, sir? Your voice is not clear, sir. Can you please put your earphones or remove the earphones? I think since asking questions, but your voice is not clear. Can you please do so? Any?
I'm audible, sir, now. I'm audible?
Yes, go ahead now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So if I have a class A
Class A.
extends B.
Class A extending B.
Class A extends B means class A extends B, yeah. Class A extends B, and if I
Class
go
B
to
extend.
C,
See, class B is extending A. See this and tell me the answer. Okay, ask me the question. B is extending the A. A is a parent. B is a. Don't confuse and please. Yeah, tell me.
yeah. So actually class B extends class A, and I go to class C.
Okay.
Class C extends B.
Ah.
Then in that case, the inherited properties of B, whatever B extends here, right, parent, that is carried forward? No.
Sir, when you are extending,
When we are extending the parent class. I'm asking, sir. I'm audible. Something problem.
when you ask me, please make sure your mics all perfectly or not. Okay, please. So friends, for this question that comes in the coming session when we talk about inheritance class detailing. Separate class is there. We will talk one day about Java inheritance. There we'll discuss all those things. So for this question, what he asked, with the C class object creation, we can access C class M3, extended B class M2, extended A class M1. Every class behaviors we will access. Okay, na? Fine. So I didn't talk about inheritance as of now. Don't discuss that points here. When we talk about inheritance, clear detailedly, we can discuss there. So just we are talking about concepts only this axis non-axis scopes. Just concentrate on that first of all. Okay, fine. So now we are talking about default access modifiers, public, right? We have done with default and public. So friends, if the method is not having any access modifier, the scope is we can access only within a package class only. With parent reference and child reference, we can access default methods. But coming to the outside the package class, we cannot access default methods. If you want to access the A class methods in outside package class also means what to do? We give the public access modifiers. Then see here, outside the package class also we can access public methods. Understanding? Now come to the protected methods. Protected methods. Friends, 1 second. See friends, the color of the how can we identify these default methods and public methods? If you mouse over on the methods, here we can see green color dots are coming. Public method color is green color dot. Notice even default method also it is a this one like this. Default method comes like as a triangle like this. Okay. Public methods will be in a green color dots. Okay. Now next coming to the protected method color is like yellow color diamonds. Here protected method is a yellow color diamond. Okay, fine. Where I can access protected methods within a class, happily I can access protected methods, no doubt at all. Coming to the same package, another class. Yes, here also we can access protected methods with the parent class reference variable as well with the child class reference variable also. No issue at all. Come to the different package class. Come to the different package class. Only with a child reference only we can access protected methods, not with the parent class reference. Where in case of outside a package classes. Is everyone clear? Protected methods within a package class with the parent reference, child reference we can access, and whereas come to the different package class only with the child reference we can access, not with the parent reference. Clear? Now next talk about private method. So friends, here private method is red color square box. So public method is a green color dot. Default method is a blue color triangle. And protected methods are yellow color diamond. Private methods are red color square boxes. Okay, identify the symbol, right? Yes, private methods. What is a private? Privacy, which requires some privacy, which means this method is become as a private method means these methods can access within a class with the same class reference only we can access private methods. We cannot access private methods within a package another class we cannot, and outside package class also we cannot. Understanding or not? So private method scope can access only within a class with the same class reference only we can access. Within a package, outside a package, we cannot access the private methods. Is everyone clear? The scope for public method where to access, default method, protected method, private method where to access. Is everyone clear?
Sir, can you please explain the protected, sir, once again?
Protected. Okay, fine. So friends, when the parent class method access modifier is protected, so protected method color is yellow color diamond. Everyone know that. Within a class we can access. Within a package another class which is a B. Here also we can access protected methods with the parent class reference as well with the child class reference we can access protected methods. Where come to the different package class which is C, is different package. In this C class I can access only with the child class reference only, not with the parent class reference. for protected methods. Understood?
Okay, sir.
Inside, outside package we can access, but outside package only through child class reference only we can access, not with parent class reference. Okay, na? Fine. I hope everyone understood this accessibility scope for the methods. Now, if you understood this method level access modifier scope, the same scope is applicable for variables as well. Now you have to tell me the answers. Okay. Now, see friends, in the class A, I am defining one variable int x equal to some 100. Tell me, what is the access modifier for this x variable? What is
Default.
the
Default.
default? Can it be accessed within a class?
Yes.
Not
Sure.
happily I can access. Within a package, another class, can I access default variables? Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, with the parent reference, with the child reference, happily we can access default variables of within the same package class. Okay. So dot come to the different package class. Different package class. Can I access default variables here?
No.
We can't access. No.
No, we
No.
cannot. So even with parent reference, we're not getting x variable. Even if we give forcefully gets the error. We cannot. Even child reference also we cannot see x is not there because x is default variable. If this variables needs to access outside package also means what access modifier I need to give for this x variable here? What
Public.
access?
Public.
Public. Then give public means outside package class in C also I'm able to access with parent reference and child reference. Okay. Now let's talk about protected variable. So friends, when variable is protected, where I can access, where I cannot access. Come on, within a class, yes.
Yes.
Within a package, another class in a B, yes. With the parent
Yes.
reference, child reference, yes. Come to the different package class, where I can access.
Child method is okay, but parent.
Yes. Coming to the different package class, only by child reference only we can access, not with the parent reference. Okay, na? Yes. Now come to the private variable. Private variable. Where I can access private variables?
Only in this
Within the
class.
class.
Only within a class only we can access private variables, not any other. In the same package we cannot, in different package also we cannot. So friends, first of all, in one class, any property behavior, if you want to reuse in other classes, that can be in the same package or different package. First of all, we need to inherit it. Okay, we have to inherit it. Because of we are inheriting, extending A in a B and C, then only we are accessing A class all these properties and behaviors. Understanding or not? Without inheriting, we cannot call in the C class or in a B class. Okay, na? Understanding? I hope everyone has understand that the scope of access modifiers for the classes, methods, and variables. Can I believe?
Yes.
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 I was very clear in this concept. So I think you also understood this. There is no confusion here. So inheritance point of view, just a basic understanding of inheritance I discussed. A detailed explanation of inheritance. One day we'll talk about all concepts. There are varieties of inheritance are there. How do we access all the things? We'll see, friends. Types of inheritance, ways of inheritance, advantages of inheritance, properties of inheritance. Everything comes in the next session. Just we are talking about this access, non-access. I was discussing this. Okay. Fine. So friends, now we are supposed to talk about non-access modifiers for the classes, methods, and variables. Before talking about this, I will jump to the one more concept, which is variable types, next data types, next inheritance. Then next I'll come to the non-access modifiers to the class variables methods. Okay. Now let's talk about variable types. More concept, variable types. So friends, we have in Java two types of variables are there in Java. One is a primitive variables, and second is non-primitive or reference variables. Okay, primitive variables or non-primitive variables. We have two types of variables are there in Java. Okay, let me show you the what is called primitive variable. Let me show you the what is called non-primitive variable. Then later we'll talk. Okay. Let me create one new class for this. So friends, I am declaring one variable int x equal to some 100, where x is called primitive variable. Any type of object storing into a variable, this variable is called as a primitive variable. Suppose if I give string company name equals VMware, where VMware is a string object storing into a CNAME variable. This CNAME is called as a primitive variable. Any type of object storing into variables, these variables we can call as a primitive variables. X is called primitive variable, CNAME is called primitive variable like this. Any type of object storing into variable in a class is called primitive variable. Now, how can we access this property, friends? How can we access this property? Where we access this property? Come on. We want to access this primitive variable of the class. How can I access this? Come on, friends. How can I give the state for the primitive property? Come on, friends. In a class, one variable is there. How can I access that?
Using object we can access.
Yes, using class object in a main method. Let's have main method, main control space. So here we need to create an object. New variable types of store into one reference variable of type variable types. Okay. Now with this reference only, we are accessing obj.x. So here this is called primitive variable, but this is called any class object creation. So class name is obj is a class reference variable. This obj is called reference variable. Friends, we're getting some noise. Please, can you please be on mute? Any class object creation, in any class object creation, this is a class name. This obj is a class reference variable. This is called reference variable. This is called primitive variable. The variable which is defined inside a class. This variable is called primitive variable. To access these primitive variables, through class object creation, we are accessing them. So when creating class object, the reference variable obj is called reference variable. This is primitive. This is reference variable. Like this in Java, we have two types of variables: primitive variable and reference variables. Okay, reference or non-primitive variables, we can call this also. Fine. Again, this primitive and non-primitive are furtherly classified into two types. See, friends, for everything we have a notes is there, friends. Once again. Here. When we are talking about variable types, there are basically two types of variables are there: primitive variable and non-primitive or reference variable. These two types are furtherly divided again into three types. This primitive and non-primitive, again they are furtherly divided into three types based on a position of declaration and the behavior based on the position you declared and the behavior of that. So these two are furtherly classified to three types. What are three types? Yes, instance, primitive instance, primitive static, primitive local. A non-primitive instance, non-primitive static, non-primitive local. Like this, each type is again classified into three types: instance, static, and local. First, let me show you how the primitive variable defined in these three positions. Let me show you. Later, we'll talk about reference variable in these positions. How to define, we'll see that. Everyone know that this is called primitive variable. This primitive variable in three positions I will be defining. One is an instance, another is a static, another is a local. First, let's talk about primitive variable in an instance position. The variable where you declare inside a class itself, the variable is called as an instance variable. We can call as an instance variable, or also we can call as a non-static variable, or we can call instance global variable. Any name we can call. So instance variable we call, otherwise we can also call non-static. Why we are saying non-static? Prefix to the variable, there is no static keyword. That's why this can be called as a non-static primitive variable also. Also we can call instance global variable also. Okay, this primitive variable. First type is instance variable, which is defined inside a class, outside a method. Okay, next is the primitive variable defining in a static position. The variable prefix I am giving static keyword. This is called primitive static variable, and static global variable. This also we can call. So for instance variable, there is no static keyword, and for static variables prefix we have a static keyword. These two positions are inside a class, outside a method. Inside a class, outside the method. Just by differentiating, one with giving static keyword means static variable, and without giving static keyword, that's called as a primitive instance. Primitive instance, primitive static. Now next position is a local. Primitive variable defining in a local, which means the variable which is defined inside a method, that's called local primitive variable. So inside a method, the int y equals to sum 200. This is called local variable. The variable which is defined inside a method. A variable which is defined inside a method, that variable we call as a local variable. Understanding? Okay. You may have a doubt. Ravi, okay, instance variable, static variable, just by without giving static keyword we call as an instance variable. Giving by static keyword is called as a static variable. But these two are instance and static variables are in the same position inside a class, outside a method. Then what is the difference? Only the difference for static and non-static. So I will tell you. Friends, when to define an instance variable, when to define a static variable, I will tell you the difference. Okay, na? Both are position same. Just by differentiating with the static and without static, we call as instance. Giving a static is called as a static variables. When to go this, when to go this. Example. Suppose we are 100 employees. We are 100 employees are there. Every 100 employee having 100 unique employee IDs. Yes or no? What friends? Then
Yes.
you declare that kind of data as the instance variables. When the object is varying, when this object is varying employee to employee, then you declare as an instance variable. Understanding or not? Next, When to go with static variable? Friends, every 100 employees are working on the same company called VMware. Do we create a, one second. Yeah, sorry friends. Here, see friends, here, when to go with static variable means when the data is commonly being used, then you go with the static variable declaration. Example, see here, 100 employees are working in a same company called VMware, not required to create 100 different variables per 100 employees to store the same company name. One variable you declare as the company name VMware and keep as a static. That's it. 100 employees can use the same variable. Okay, na? When the data is commonly used, then you go with the static variables. When the data is non-common, then go with the instance variable declaration. 1 second, friends. I got the call once again from the management. Yeah. So when the data is non-commonly used, that data you declare as an instance variable. When the data is commonly used, then you as a static. One more example. Suppose we all are having the, one second. Ah, madam. Yes, friends. So one example to say, suppose we are all are having some bank accounts. Okay, na? So we are everyone having your own unique account numbers. So what type we declare the variables? Instance or static for all the
Instance.
as instant
Instance.
type variable.
Instance types.
Instance type, because every account holder having unique an unique account ID, so we declare as an instance. So we all are depositing some X amount in our account. Someone is 100 rupees in a month, someone 1,000 rupees, someone in a 1 lakh rupee they are depositing into their account. But end of the month, everyone is eligible with the for rate of interest 8.5, where 8.5 rate of interest is common for every customer or not? Yes or no?
Common, sir. Yes, sir.
Common. That type of variable we declare as an instance or static?
Statics.
Static. You got a point, right? When to go with static, when to go with instance. When the data is non-common, then declare as an instance variable declaration. When the data is commonly used, then you declare as a static variable declaration. Is everyone clear? When to go with instance, when to go with static declarations. Is everyone clear? Okay. Now, accessibility.
Static also in
Accessibility. Sorry?
Can we use this static variable in the methods also?
Yes, we have a methods also. We'll discuss that. Okay, when we talked about, we'll discuss the static methods as well. Yes, in methods also we use static methods. When the functionalities are commonly used, that functionalities we define as static methods. That will come. Okay, right.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So now accessibility scope, where I can access this instance of variables, static variables, and local variables. Friends, instance of variables, static variables, we can access anywhere in the program. Understanding? Instance of variable and static variables, we can access anywhere in the program. Understanding or not? And come to the local variables. Come to the local variables. So friends, local variables can access only within that premises only. Local variables can access only within that premises only. So this is a local variable where we can access only within this method only we can access. But instance and static, we can access here, we can access here, anywhere in the program I can access. Okay, na? Come to the memory perspective. Coming to the memory perspective. Friends, instance variables. If you're calling for 10 times, 10 times memory is going to be allocated for the instance variables. Come to the static variable memory allocation. Okay, for static variables, memory is going to be allocated for only one time in a starting execution. The memory is going to be shared across, like how many times you call the static variable CNAME, that many times memory sharing. Understanding, friends? For static variables, memory will not allocate for n number of times. N number of times you call static variables. N number of times memory is not allocating. One time in execution, for static variable, memory is going to be allocated, and that's going to be shared the memory across, like how many times you call the static variable, that many times memory is sharing. Understanding? Come to the local variable. For local variable, memory is going to be allocated when the control comes inside a M1 method. When I call this M1 method, when it control passes inside the braces of this M1 method, then only this local variable Y memory is going to be allocated. When the control comes out from the memory method, memory is going to be deallocated. Understanding or not? For this local variable, memory allocates only the control comes inside a M1. Understanding? Fine. Okay. Now let's try to access this instance, static, and local variables. Anyhow, these instance variables we are accessing by class reference of variable. Okay. Now how can I access the static variables CNAME? Yes, friends, static variables will be accessing directly like the CNAME, or we can also call with the class name also, variable types CNAME. Understanding or not? Okay, na? So instance variables must to call with the class reference variable only, but whereas static variables we will be calling either directly CNAME or with a class name dot, Okay, now? Yes. Now what about local variable Y? Can I call the local variable here? We cannot. We cannot call local variable. See, am I able to call this Y? No. Even with class reference obj dot, is Y is coming here? No. Local variables we cannot access outside. Local variables can access where you define, there only you can access local variables. Is everyone clear, friends?
Yes.
Okay. Friends, as I said, instance and static variables I can access anywhere. So friends, these instance static variables I accessed in this main method. In a main method I accessed. Instance is accessed with the class reference, and static can be accessed either directly or with class name. Yes, tell me friends, main method is a instance method, static method. Main method is a instance method, static method.
Static, sir.
Static, because having static keyword. Okay. Let me define my use static method. Public static void M2. Now tell me friends, here main is a static method. How you access instance variable, static variable? Similar way, in my user defined M2 static method also, I can access this instance and static. Yes or no? Can I access here or not? These variables. Yes. Tell me, if able to access means, how can I access the instance variable X, static variable CNAME inside a M2 static method? If you understood this concept, how we access that, you could say the answer for this as well. Now tell me, instance variable, how to access inside this instance variable X? How can I access inside this M2 static method? If you understood this, you tell me the answer. As everyone know that instance static variable anywhere I can access. I access here. I can also access here as well. How can I access? Tell me.
By using a reference
So-
variable,
Yes.
access.
We must create an object, right?
Yes.
So friends, don't say this reference we can use here. See here, suppose if I try to use this class reference here, can it be used? No, because this class reference where I created inside this method, the reference where I created inside this method. So the reference can be used only within this method, can't be used here. See, if you want, I can show you. This out obj dot. Is anything is coming? No, because friends, this obj class reference is permits to this method only. In this method only we can access. Okay, that's why we must create the object here with this class reference variable. See, I can access dot x. Now, how do I access the static variable? Come on. How do I access the static variable?
With the class name.
Directly you can access.
Or with the
So
class name.
variable
So
type dot
we can call or with
Class
the
name dot, class name dot.
yes, class name dot also we can access static variables. Can this local variable y can be accessed in this method? Can it be accessed this method?
No.
No, we cannot. Local variable scope is only within this method premises only. Friends, main is a static method. M2 is a static method. Where M1 is an instance method or not? Huh? Without having static keyword. Can we call M1 as an instance method?
Yes.
It's like instance variable, static variable, how we call. So I'm calling this as a static method. This I'm calling as instance method. If the method don't have any non-axis modifier, that method is called as a instance method. Understanding or not? This method having static, that's why I'm calling as a static method. This don't have any called as an instance. Not only static, nothing a non-axis modifier is defined. That method is called as an instance method. Now, inside an instance M1 method, I can call this instance a variable and static variable. How do I call? Friends, to call instance of variables inside an instance method, not required any class reference. Directly we can call X. Now, static variable, how can I call inside an instance method? Yes, either directly or indirectly with the class name. This is the common. The only difference we can notice in a static method, instance will be called with the class reference. Here in instance method, instance will call directly. There is only the difference we can notice. But rest statics can be called here and here either directly or with the class name. Is everyone clear?
sir, I have one query, sir.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Sir, can we create any number of times objects, sir?
Yes, class is a collection of objects. For one class, we can create n number of objects. And a day before yesterday we discussed, right? Class is a collection of objects. one class we can have multiple objects we can create.
Not main method, sir. Outside main method, sir. Another method.
Yes, if
Just
you
now you
want,
created one object, right, sir? Here, a static method.
yes,
Like that,
yes, if you
can
want,
you create number of methods inside inside objects?
is what you asked, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. Got it?
Okay, sir. Thanks. Got it.
Yes.
Sir, can you repeat the last point once?
Which
Instance
one?
method. Instance method. Accessing instance
Ah.
method.
Yes. Inside an instance method, instance properties will be called directly. Static properties will be called either directly or indirectly with the class name dot. Yes or no?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
This is common point in instance method and in the static method. The only difference is in instance method, instance will call directly. In static method, instance will be called with class reference. Only this is the difference. Statics are common in every type of methods. Okay. Now,
Okay,
for
sir.
your understanding, I will give one small brief notes here, friends. Yeah. Static method. Instance method. Now, inside a static method, how we call the instance family? Instance family means either instance variable or method.
Object reference.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me fill all those things. Then we'll talk. Okay. NSTN. Here we go. Now tell me, friends, now being inside a static method, how do we call an instance family? Instance family means either instance of variables, instance methods. How do we call inside a static methods? Come on.
With object reference.
Class object reference. Now come to the inside an instance method. How do we call an instance family? Like instance of variable, instance methods.
Directly.
Directly.
Now come to the static method. Inside a static method, how do I call a static variables and static methods?
Directly or
It's directly or with the class
Class.
name. Yes or no? Yes. What we do? Either
Directly.
or with the class name.
Class
Yes
name.
or no? Or with the class name. Now here come to the instance method. How I call the static variables and static methods?
same. Either directly or with.
Either directly or with a class name. So let me ping in chat box. Please save this in your notepads. Yes, I ping this information.
Sir, would you provide any notes, sir?
Yes, I will provide, sir. I will provide.
Okay.
Instance notes I will provide in chat box. Instance note I am providing in chat box.
Not instance, sir. Entire all classes
Yeah,
notes. Sir.
notes will be provided, sir. Notes will be provided.
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
So everyone understood, right? This what is that? Sorry. Yes, primitive variable defining in three positions: instance, static, and local. Okay, instance and static, how we access inside an instance method, inside a static method, we have seen that how we access. And local variables, where we access also, we have seen that local variables can access where you define a method. In that method only we can access local variables. Now, one small observation. Tell me, what is the color of the instance variable x? What is the color of the instance variable x? Tell me. Observation, come on.
Default, sir.
Blue.
Yeah, it's a blue.
Blue color, right? What is the color of the company name? Static variable company name. What is the color of this?
Yeah, it's also blue.
Blue, right? And what is the color of the local variable y?
Grey color.
Some
Reddish
brown
color.
color, some reddish or brown, something is right. Yes, everyone has observed, right? Everyone has observed. Now what I was doing, so local variable I am giving x, instance variable x 100 is there, local variable x 200 is there. Okay, now you tell me, when I print this x value, which x value is coming? Local variable 200, instance variable x 100, which value is coming?
Local variable.
Local variable.
100.
See, always instantly is there, locally is there, means always prefers first variable value as a local only. See the color. See, if I control click on this x, where it goes? To the local. If local variable is not there, now see the color is changed to blue. Where it goes? Control click on this x, control click, it goes to the instance. When instance local both are there, means where it goes? It goes to the local. Understanding? Okay. Now you got some information. The same variable is there in an instance position. In local position means always prefers local value only. Next. Okay, Ravi. Even local is there, instance is there. Local is taking as the first priority, but still I want to access the instance variable value only. Still I want to access instance variable x 100 value only. Is there any way? Yes, there is a way. So how can we access that instance variable x? So see out. There is one option, this dot x. Now see, normal x color is different. This dot x color is different. Understanding or not? This x, normal x, this control click on it, it goes the local variable x 200. This dot x, control click on it, it goes the instance variable x, where this dot is a keyword which refers the current class instance variables. This dot is a keyword which refers to the current class instance variables. Understanding or not? Normal x, this dot x, difference. Everyone noticed or not? Okay now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Next.
When we use this one,
See, when the local instance, both are same variables are there, which by default takes local, but still you want to access instance. Whenever it is necessary, then we use this dot. When two variables are similar. Understanding? You want local
Okay.
is direct call. If you want instance to call, then use this dot. Where to call means whenever is required, wherever your situation requires, it demands, we use this dot x or x normally. Okay, it's up to you. Get it? So next, yeah. So yes, yeah. We have done with yeah. So we have done with primitive variable showing in all these positions. Is everyone clear, right? primitive variable defining in all these positions. Everyone clear, right? Now we will talk about non-primitive or reference variable defining in these positions. Friends, non-primitive or reference variable is defined only in these two positions only, not in instance, only in static and in local positions only. These non-primitive or reference variables are defined. Okay, now first I will talk about non-primitive variable in local. Yeah. So friends, non-primitive or reference variable, where we define that? Come on, friends. Come on, friends. Non-primitive variable, where we define? Friends, primitive variable means everyone knows that. Inside a class, we define any type
Main
of
method, sir. Main method.
not only main method, inside a method you have to say.
Yeah.
Okay, because here also we define it in a method. Okay, na? Reference variables where we create inside a method, generally we create, right? Reference variables.
Yes,
Okay, na? Yes. This is called reference variables, non-primitive or reference variables. Friends, here the reference variable where we created inside a method or not? Can we say this OBJ is a local reference, local non-primitive or local reference? Can we call this? Huh?
Yes,
This
sir.
can we call local reference or not?
Yes, sir, we can call.
This OBJ is local to this method. This OBJ is local to this method. Okay, na? It's called local reference. So friends, can I make this as a static reference? Can I make this as a static reference instead of local? Instead of creating these many references inside this method, commonly, can I make this a class reference as a static? Yes or no? Yes, I can. So what is static here, right? So what we do, variable types. I'm giving OBJ. So friends, as of now, these class references are brown color, which is local. Okay, na? Everyone knows that observation also. Locals are brown color. Okay, brown or this what it is. Okay. Fine. Now I'm making this class reference as a global, as static. Now remove this. Now see OBJ referring to this or not? Memory allocates for this class reference once and which shares to here and here to hold these objects. Understanding or not?
Yes,
Earlier local variables, here OBJ having one own memory, here OBJ having its own memory. Now only one common memory which holding these objects, as declared as a static class references. Is everyone clear?
Yes.
yes, sir.
There is no instance reference. See, if I give like this, no static means is a class reference is instance. Is it allowing? No, right? It's not. So in reference types, we have only two: a static reference or local reference. Static reference or local reference. Is everyone clear, friends? In non-primitive, we have seen static and local. Okay. That's it about this variable types, friends. There are two types of variables. One is primitive variable and second is non-primitive or reference. Again, these primitive or non-primitive reference are furtherly classified into three types based on the position of declaration behavior. Those are instance, static, and local. A primitive can be defined with three positions. We have seen that. A non-primitive we can define only these two positions. Just now we have seen that. Is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, friends, that's it for today. Tomorrow we have a class, same timing 7. Okay, that tomorrow's agenda is we will talk about data types and its default values, and we'll talk about Java inheritance. That is the agenda for the tomorrow's session. Okay, now?
Sir, once this add-on batch is done, what will be the timing, sir?
The timing will be 8, sir. 8 to 9.
8 to 9. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Sir, when
Most
will be
probably
on?
from Wednesday onwards, we'll be starting, continuing that continuation.
Sir, Monday onwards, sir.
No, from Wednesday onwards. From Wednesday onwards, most probably we'll go in a regularly only. 8 to 9.
8 to 9.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir.
After Tuesday, we have that 7 to 9. Sometime from here onwards, Wednesday onwards, it will be like okay, 8 to 9 only. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay, friends. Tomorrow there is session. But only 1 hour I was taking because actually this link what we are using Java class is running by 8 to 9. That's why I got 2 times call from the management. By accident, I have given this link for 2 hours. Might be tomorrow link might be changed or no, I don't know, but you will get a mail intimation from the administration if the link can, tomorrow there is session for 7 only.
Okay, 8 to 9 there won't be session, sir.
From Wednesday onwards, I will take 8 to 9, sir. From Wednesday onwards, I will take 8 to 9.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine.
These video recordings you have to check with management only, right?
Okay, I will take the mail IDs. I think I got only 9 mail IDs with me. I think 17 they are matched. Let me take the pending mail IDs to share. From my end only, recordings will be coming, sir. Okay, mail IDs today. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
2 minutes, sir. Yesterday I have installed Eclipse, sir. As you suggested yesterday. So I want to know whether I need to add jar files or not. Can you please check, sir, once?
Okay.
I'll just show you my screen.
Yes, Sai, right?
No, B Rao, sir.
Who is
Can
this?
you give me the
Sorry, you have given access to me. I'm sorry.
Who is this?
I'm sorry, sir.
B Rao, sir.
Bira. Okay, sorry. Yeah, can you please accept, sir?
So the mail ID, can I ping in chat only?
Visible, sir, my screen?
No, I'll get from management, sir. I'll take.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. Today you can expect, no issues. Yeah, tell me, sir, what is,
Sir, is it
sir?
visible, my screen, sir?
Yes, I can see this. Yeah, come on.
Sir, I installed and I just created a project package and a class, sir. I just wanted to know whether we need to add any jar files or not required.
Not required.
Here,
See, Java like this code added right here. Java. Yes. For every project you create, whether it is a Java project or Maven project, doesn't matter. For every project,
okay,
by default, Java libraries are getting associated. You already selected by default, so it is there. All libraries get Java libraries, not required to add any more.
For importing packages, also automatically it will come, sir.
See, packages creation you created, right? Selenium _ automation, one package you created, right? Under the SRC folder.
Yeah, this one, sir. Suppose we have Selenium some packages, sir, buy and this kind of web driver. Those also automatically it will come, sir. Once we start writing the code in Selenium. Or do we need to add any jar other extra files, sir?
No, not require any jars to add, sir. See, by default, that's what I'm saying, that GRE system libraries 8 is there. All the Java coded libraries got associated by default once you create a project.
Okay, sir.
By default, when you add the project, what version of Java you select while creating the project, that version Java libraries are getting associated to your Java project by default. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Sir, I'm sorry. Sir, I got actually the
Thanks, sir.
last problem. Yeah. Sir, I got a problem that the issue is not resolved. Whenever I'm compiling, it is going to the previous program.
Who is this talking?
This is I'm sorry, sir.
Sai.
Yeah. Yesterday
Where is
problem
name
I
Sai?
got results, sir. NVK on the side, so it's called as side.
Chandra Radha.
Yes, NVK side, NVK side.
So what is your name, sir? Here it is saved.
It is showing as NVK side, SAI side, NVK SAI.
No, Chandra Radha. 1 second.
No.
Sai is not there. Sai
No,
is not
NVK.
there.
No, it is speaking, it is coming here. Just now you have shared to me. NVK side is there.
Yeah, I know that. Earlier it was there Sai, but here I can't see the Sai.
NVK.
Suresh B is there.
Please once share that share the screen. I want to show the problem actually where I'm stuck.
That's what I'm saying, sir. You are not visible here to show you, to give the control.
Even I was actually, just now you have shared this one. Just now before we now share this one.
That's what I'm saying, sir. Earlier your name is visible here, but your name is not visible here. That's what I'm saying, that to give the presenter, to make you presenter, your name is not visible here. That's what I'm looking for. Just a minute. Make presenter. Okay. Now we got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Show my screen. Please help me, sir, to resolve this one. I'm trying to practice this one, but actually it is leading to the previous one. Why it is going, I don't know. What is the reason behind it, I don't know. Even I have installed whatever you said the version, whatever you said the version, I have installed it. Another instance of Eclipse, I have installed this one. Two Eclipse versions are installed here. But still I am getting the same problem. Why it's happening, I don't know. So this is going welcome to first programs in Eclipse. But it's not actually giving.
Where is this message is there? Where is this message is there?
Message here, it's small here in console. I did get to your question, sir. So this is the one which I am getting this one. I am not getting the output. That is the problem. What to do and how to resolve, sir? Please help.
So once again, can you please create one new project? Create one new project and try to write one program. Create one new project.
Okay.
Java.
Java project.
Next.
Project name just sample. JE 14
Take the
is
Java. Take the Java 8 version.
1.8.
Take the 8 version.
8 version.
You have 8 version installed in a computer or not? 8 is there?
Yeah, yes, sir. 1.8, sir.
8. 8 is there or not in a computer?
I don't know, sir. To be honest, I don't know.
Have you installed 8 or not? I said yesterday, please install 8, right? Okay, fine. Let's check before you create a project. Go to C drive, program files, check whether 8 version is there or not.
1 minute.
C drive, program files.
C drive.
C drive, program files. Program files. Java. Java. 8 is there. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Go and select.
So 1.8 is compatible. So let's say try something. Where I should go. Project. Java projects.
The name.
Sample.
No, already name is there. Give sample one otherwise.
Sample 1. Okay.
Finish.
Well, what is the result, sir? Why is it happening like this?
Expand sample 1. Expand sample 1. Java 8 is there. Now create package in class and print one statement.
Right click on the sample one, and we have to create the class. Right click on the sample one.
This is not responding. System is not responding. You can right click, but not responding. 1 minute. This operating system some problems. New. Right click, right? Okay. Sample one image. Right click, new.
Class, not this. This is the interface you clicked. Click on class.
Yes, sir. 1 minute. Class on complete.
Give the name of the class.
Okay. Test.
Caps letter. You are not following standards. You are doing the programs.
1 minute. Yes, sir.
You have to follow the standards.
Test one. Okay.
Now in this main method, print one statement. One statement here. Sys out.
Welcome test one.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Discussing.
It's coming.
It's
coming.
Issue with
I don't know what is the mistake. Yesterday also did the same thing. It's working perfectly. No issue is there.
Now.
We are getting problem, sir. Output is not getting it. Output we are not getting it.
No, it's coming. Welcome to Java training is coming, right? Perfectly is coming.
Now it is coming here. So I will try one program today. When I am using this one, this is not getting that one, whatever is it.
I don't know what the program it is.
Here, this is the one, if I do this one, not getting.
So is the class there anyway defined?
Yeah, first of all, you have to select.
You do one thing, sir. Right click on this program. You do right click on this program. Right click.
1 minute, just it is taking time to respond. The operating system is slow. Still actually go to debug the options, whatever is there.
Do right click.
The system is slow to respond. Right click.
A lot of virus is there, I think, in the system. Run as.
Run configuration. Okay.
No, this not this. No, cancel.
We run as Java.
See here, this coming differently. Go run as.
Run as, okay.
Run configurations.
Run configurations.
See, what is that project name? It has to be sample test. Click on dependencies. Click on GRE.
GRE 14. Shall I? Yeah.
Click on dependencies. Click on one tab. Click on dependencies tab first. Dependencies. Let's see what is there.
Dependencies. Okay.
Dependencies. Say it is sample one.
Shall I run? Run.
1 second. Run. Run it.
Showing sample only. Sample is not.
Composition is coming out.
Right now he is at sample. You have to select
The code you are supposed to execute is in the sample one, sampler. Core Java, right? This is the core Java project, right?
What are you using a sample?
The program is there in the core Java project, sample. Core Java, right?
We have to select core Java.
Core Java only it has, right?
Yes, correct.
Now, in a down navigate bar, there is a play button. Can you please click on arrow mark on right side to the play button?
Yes, sir.
In Eclipse, there are some menus are there. In Eclipse, you have some menus. Navigate menu is there. Down there is a play button. Is there green color play button?
Play button.
In Eclipse menus. So
Menus,
very
okay.
be there in any application top right.
Yes,
Below,
yes.
Below navigate menu, there is a play icon. Is there?
Navigate menu.
Play icon. There is arrow mark. Is there?
Yes, sir.
Side.
Yes, sir. This one, right?
Sir, listen first what I say, sir. Please first listen first what I say. Everyone says that.
Okay.
Side to the play button, there is one arrow mark. Is there? Please click on it.
Side to the play button.
Is there? Side to that, please click on an arrow mark. Sir,
This one.
play down to the navigate menu, there is a play button. Is there? Sir, click on the arrow mark.
Down arrow. Yeah.
There you run as click on run as Java. Click on Java application.
Okay.
Selection does not contain main type. Main method. Please click on OK. Main method is there, right? So they are calling this content of inheritance. Okay. Again, you go to that same option, sir. Play button, arrow mark. Click on run configuration. Click on Java application. No, in left side you can see options, right? Click on Java applications. No, sir, in the left side only. Click on Java application.
1 minute.
Sir, in left side we can see clearly Java application is there. Please select that.
Java application.
No. Click on main. Click on main tab. Please remove the project there. Please remove the project there.
Okay.
Apply.
Apply. Okay. Select. Okay.
Now running program.
I think something I can here.
First of all, you have to clear all the projects and start. Then we can get.
Yeah, sir. Do you have okay? I can do one thing, sir.
Yeah.
Again, go to the same settings configuration window. Again, there.
Configuration.
No, same. Earlier you went right. The play button right side. Run configuration.
Run configuration.
In main, you provide a project. Otherwise, click on browse.
Main. Okay. Main actually.
Core Java. The project name is what? The same as this case sensitive.
Core Java.
JCaps. What you given? See, sir. What you given case sensitive Java JCaps.
Core Java. Right.
Apply. Close. Select does not contain main type. Okay, click on OK. Do one thing, sir. Again, go there. Go. Yeah. Now one second. One second. Main type is asking. Is this? So include system libraries with searching main class. Include the business. So do one thing. Check the first checkbox, sir. Include system libraries when searching for main class.
Okay.
Click on apply. Click on apply.
Click on apply. Okay. That is, this is not supporting this library file, sir. It's
Click on close. You're using 14 version, huh? Then 14 version JDK, JRE, everything is there, sir. Check in the
yeah,
drive.
yes, sir. This one we have seen, sir. Could not find
Not find the load main class. Only for this getting error, remaining project. See, click on sample one and run this. You have run earlier. Run sample one. Run this test one. Listen, sir. Sir, blindly don't execute like this, sir. The sample when we have two classes are there. Please open specific class and run it. Don't do like this. Please open.
We are dealing this one, sir.
Sir, you are doing every program has a confusion. How can I help you? Tell me first of all. I said to run the class which is the sample one project. In sample one, the class you created, please open that class and try to execute that.
Open the package sample.
Expand the sample once.
This one sample one, okay.
Open the next one. Then you run it. Then you run it.
That is it.
It's working perfectly, right? See,
yeah.
See, you are using a Java 8, right? You are using Java 8. It's working or perfectly?
This is working, sir. Yeah.
The Java 14, I don't know what the software is not installed properly like this. Here.
Okay.
In a Java, JDK, JRE, both components are there. I said, right? Don't go with higher versions, go with Java 8 version. Use the Java 8, okay? Don't work.
Okay, right, sir. At least if I create one class here, then it will run, sir, with a 1.8.
Yeah, it will work. See, test one in front of you only created, right? Yeah, click. It's working, right? Test one is work, right? You only created that. No, Java 14 is not installed properly, I guess. That's why it is showing all these things. Okay.
Okay. This is the root cause. Okay.
Go with Java 8 only. Okay. Even developers, testers, even Google search also. If you search Java 8 only, top listed it was there, right? Top listed
Yes.
Java 8. Better use Java 8 only. Don't use Java 14. Okay. If you use Java 14 means whether it is installed properly.
Something like they'll be learning some activities.
This program runs on
like,
JDK 14.1.
guitar.
14.1. So in
It will
console,
work, but the Sai what he did, I think some mistake here by installing Java, some files is missing, I guess. JDK said JR is not there. I see here. Sir, can you please open C? Open C drive. Program files. Program files. Java. See, for a Java 8, JDK GRE is there. See, even for 11, he downloaded only JDK. For 14, he opened only JDK. Understanding what he's saying that something is missing. I said, right, for to develop the scripts, JDK is required. For to execute the scripts, GRE is required. I said that. Huh?
Yes, sir. So,
understanding? That's what he didn't install properly. That's why getting the problems. Is it executing something unrelated things? Okay. So please use Java 8, sir. Even developers or testers still using Java 8 because 8 is a compatible version for every Apache product. Even working with Jenkins also, 8 or 11 only it is suggested. Understand? Don't go with 14 or 6, 7, 16, 17. Don't go with that versions. Okay, na? If you're working on the versions, means asking help means I can't help that because there is no such compatible. Because Selenium is open source, friends. Compatible versions only we have to work with. Understanding?
yes, sir. So I could go with only what is JRE 1.8 only, right?
8 or 11, anything you can go, 8 or 11. These are only versions for developing and testing, friends. If you want, you can inquire your friends also who are working earlier companies currently. Okay. Even they says 8 or 6. Okay, na?
Okay. Yeah, got it, sir. Thanks, sir. Thanks for your time.
Photoshop works, but this program execution happened, but GR is missing. But might be that the region it is not executing properly. Okay, na?
11 stage conditions.
Missing saying that. Okay, fine.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, friends. Tomorrow we'll meet by 7 a.m. friends. Okay, for the session.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
Data types and its default values and Java inheritance is the agenda for the tomorrow's session. Okay, na? Yep. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thanks, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.